Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl here, Journey to Nurse, and I am here again with another video, another nursing video. I'm sorry I've been MIA for quite a long time. I've been busy doing other stuff, so that is why. Yeah, but I'm here. So thank you guys so much for staying by my side even though I don't upload regularly. And also I saw a lot of new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And my channel is all about nursing. To those that have subscribed to my channel recently, I really appreciate you guys. I've been seeing a lot of notification about new subscribers. I really appreciate that, guys, and I see all of you. And to those that have been with me since day one, I really appreciate it. Please stick by, don't go. I have a lot of videos coming up this summer, nursing related video. Yeah, so a little bit about myself. I'm Journey to Nurse, and I'm just taking you guys along my journey into my nursing program. I am currently doing my Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I'm attending a 4-year college, and I just finished my first year as a nursing student, total of 5 semesters. So, in today's video, I'm actually telling you guys about my first year experience as a nursing student. So, my first year into the nursing program was quite challenging. It was tough. It was time consuming. Most especially, my first semester was nerve wracking. I was nervous and at the same time I was excited. So, but when I got my acceptance letter into the nursing program, that was where the excitement kind of kicked in. I was very excited because I have tried several times in other schools and I was never accepted. So I finally got accepted. So I was very excited, looking forward to what to expect as a nurse, and getting to learn everything that I've heard other nursing students talk about, the experiences and so on. So I was excited, but again I was very, very nervous, guys. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I became scared. I was like, oh my gosh, when I get into the nursing program, will I be able to make friends? Will I be able to study in group and so on? So I kind of thought about all those things, and it was very nerve wracking for me, I would say, especially my first semester. So if you have just gotten your letter of acceptance into the nursing program, or you are about to start nursing program, or you have started nursing program, just know that it is okay to feel nervous. Like, it is very okay to feel that way. You are not the only person. There are so many of us out there that feel the way you feel right now. So I just want to let you guys know that it is okay. So don't feel like you are alone. It is okay and it shall be well. In my first year, during my first semester, in nursing school, the schedules are divided into 3 sessions. You have class, which is lecture. You have clinicals, rotation, which you go to nursing homes or you go to hospitals. And you also have lab. So that is how the nursing program is kind of divided into those 3 sections. So during classes, all we did was we went through our textbook, we went through lectures and so on. The teacher would project PowerPoint on the board, and just like a regular lecture class, and we took note. So if you are a nursing student and you are planning on going in during lecture, I would highly, highly, highly suggest that you take note and also record the lecture. It is very important for you to do those two if you are doing the lecture. Make sure you record your note. Make sure you make sure you take note and make sure that you record the lecture as well. It's going to help you a long way. And for labs, we did labs a day after lecture. If we had labs, if we had class on a Monday, they make sure that they kind of schedule the clinical the following day or two, in order for us to kind of practice what we learn in class. So that also really helped when they do it that way. Other schools do it different, but that is how my school made our schedule. And for clinical rotation is twice a week in my school. I went to clinicals on Thursdays and I went to clinical on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. And clinicals will start from 7 a.m. up until like 3 p.m. Clinicals was my during my first semester. We were not allowed to go in the hospitals. We went to a nursing home, and during the first semester, actually, clinicals, we just learned vital signs, we learned head to toe assessment, we learn bed making, we feeding our patient and bathing our patient, just like the basic CNA skills. That is what we did during our first semester of nursing. And during the second semester, we were sent to the hospital. When you start doing medical surgical nursing, that is when you do your clinical rotation in a hospital. But if you are doing fundamentals, you don't get to have your clinical rotation in the hospital, because at that time you are just doing the basic of nursing. So my first semester, I was very privileged. I would say I was being assigned to one of the best hospitals around my area. Though it was out of state, it was like 50 to 55-minute drive from where I live. But it was one of the best hospital, and I learned a lot. So during my second semester, I did medical surgical, and the clinical took me to this hospital, and I actually had the privilege and the opportunity to pass medication. I did assess my patient. I did everything a regular registered nurse is expected to do. So as a nursing student, and when you are sent to the hospital, be prepared, because don't go there and say, hey, I'm just a student, I'm limited. No, you are not limited. Even if you are limited, I will encourage you to offer yourself, push, ask questions as much as you can. Some nurses, most of the nurses that I came across during my clinicals were very good. They would allow you do everything, but they will stand there and supervise. And sometimes too, my clinical instructor would be there to supervise as well. During your clinicals, make sure you do hands-on. Don't wait for anyone to tell you to put hands on. Push yourself, put yourself at the forefront. The more you do hands-on and you get back to school, you have an exam or you get to lecture, everything just kind of like flows like easily. You understand everything and you have an idea of what the teacher is saying. So that is my little advice to anybody going for their clinical at the hospital, that put your hands on, push yourself, offer yourself. Don't wait for another person or another nurse to push you. Do as much as you can under the supervision of a registered nurse. During the first semester, you don't get to do a lot of patient on or hands on. During my first semester, what I actually did in clinical was, we went to a nursing home and we were not allowed to pass medication. We were allowed only to shadow with a nurse and see how they do, how they pass the medication. They applying the 6 rights of medication administration. And then you were assigned a patient and you do head to toe assessment on your patient. You do their vital signs. If they needed to be fed, you will feed your patient. You take your patient for walk. If they had to go for physical therapy, you had to take them for physical therapy. And then at the end of the day, we had to write a report. We had to do a care plan of your patient diagnosis. You choose one diagnosis and then you write a care plan about that diagnosis. So that is all we did in our first semester uh, at clinicals. My second semester during clinicals, we went to the hospital and it was very interesting, I would say. We were allowed to pass medication finally, and we did head to toe assessment. We did everything a regular registered nurse would do, but we did that under the supervision of either a registered nurse or our instructor. So it was very interesting. We got there at 7 a.m. up until 3:30 a.m. At the end of clinicals, we were still and also required to do a care plan, a thorough care plan, more than what we did during our first semester. So those were the difference between my first semester in nursing school versus my second semester in nursing school regarding clinicals. Hard the way people say it is. And the answer to that question is yes, nursing school is tough. It is hard. And what makes it difficult is that you get overwhelmed with a lot of information, a lot of material to study at a given time. And also you don't have any time for any other thing. I go to school from Monday through Friday. So, and then you have exam every class lecture. Every day you have a class, you have an exam, or you have a quiz. And every time you have a clinical, you have assignment to do, you have a care plan. A real care plan, a complete care plan would take at least 2 hours to be completed. And you don't just have care plan, you have other assignments to do. You might have an exam the following day and so on. So all those really make nursing school really difficult, because all those materials, you have to know those materials. You just cannot cram. You have to comprehend those information. And then because most of the information in nursing school are carried over, if you learn something in your first semester, it kind of link you to your second semester. So if you don't know what was taught in the first semester, or you just went over it because you needed to pass that exam, that's a very wrong way to do it. You have to know it. So all those makes nursing school very difficult. Yeah, so those are what that's how my first semester of nursing school went. Any tips I will give you guys, or what made me to succeed my first semester, is the first thing I did was when I started nursing school, I used to work full time, and I realized that that could not work for me because I have a family to take care of as well. I have a full-time school, I had a full-time job. So at that time, I had to prioritize, and I decided to choose my school and my family over my job. So I kind of cut my hours from a full-time nurse to a PRN, meaning that I will go to work when I am free, or when they need me, they call me and they will be like, hey, are you available to work today? And I'll say yes, or I'll either say no, depending on my workload. Yeah, so that really helped me a lot to kind of straighten myself and kind of stay focused in my nursing program. The second thing I did was I kind of limited the amount of time that I went out. Uh, First of all, I'm an introvert, I would say. I'm not someone that will go out every day or every weekend. I am not. I've always been an introvert a long time ago. So that also really helped me. So the little time that I actually went out, I still cut those time to like 10%. I rarely went out. I only went out if it was really necessary. but I don't remember the last time I even went out with friends or to have fun and all of that since I started nursing school. And that really kind of helped me, save me some time as well. And the third thing again I did that also helped me in my nursing program is that I learned to do meal prepping. I have kids, and most of the time, if I cook something today, they eat today, and tomorrow they don't want that same thing again. So, when I started my nursing program and I saw that I couldn't get all those things into my schedule, I decided to practice meal prepping, and it really helped. I would cook mostly on Fridays, I would cook and when I get in the kitchen, I don't just cook one thing. I kind of make different dishes that would last us for at least the next Friday. And that really helped me. It saved me a lot of time, a lot of stress. And yeah, that's also one adjustment that I would encourage you to do if you have family like I do. So, guys, that would be it. That is how my first year in nursing school went, and those are the things that I did in during my first year as a nursing student. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And don't forget to like my video, subscribe, and also share. Leave your comment down below if there's anything that I did not talk about that you want to know about. You can email me or you can put a comment down below and I will answer you guys, because I know we all are strong, we all are good nurses, and we all can make it. So we have to help each other. So that is why I'm here to share with you guys what I went through, how it was, and so on. So, guys, yeah, that is it. And without much ado, I will say thank you so much. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.